Okay, so let's take a look at how you can track your assignments or homework through Google Appsheet. So one of the things you can do is create a new database, and let's say I start with a blank tabular structure. So I will rename the database. Let's name this MyDB and new table. Right, so I can name this, let's say, homework. I'll save this. I'll just close the table as well. Right, now within this particular column name, I can see that the column name is date. I will just scroll and then date and time. I will just go for date. Save this. Now here I will just make date as column label. Right. Now next thing is choosing the name of student. So say student name. I will have it as a text. Save this. Next is assignment name. Just keep it as that. Keep the type text. Then professor name. You can have it as text. Then due date, right? If there is any, right? And then scroll to date and time for date. Save this. Finally, have that as notes. Save it as text type. Save. Now these are some of the things that you can do with tabular structure. Now we'll move to Appsheet. Click create app. Start with existing data. And let's name this assignment to homework tracker. Right. And then use other. If you have education training, you can choose that as category, then choose your data. Now within the source, I can pick the Appsheet database, and then I will have to choose the table here. Click create, and it should create the view based on the empty table that we just created. Right now there is this view, as you can see, from your homework tracker application, and based on that you can see the default view like this. Then within the views you can have the table structure like this. Scroll a bit down for the sort, and then you can save the view. Now within this I will have desktop view that looks like this. Right now here you see the homework tracker. Click add, and then you have your date. Then you have student name. Then you have like history. And then professor name if you have any. Right. Then due date for that assignment in week from the start. And then save this, and you will have your tracker. Right. You will have option to sort this based on due date so that you can see what's important and then track accordingly. You can also do the same for changing any specific like grade, and so you can also maintain the past option as well. For that you will have to maintain another table and you have to track that. So you can have within page multiple of such option. You can even see it here. Right. So within primary navigation I can add a view for which you can add that particular table. Right. For example, let's see if I add new table and it appears like table 2. Right. And if I go back here, I will go and say table right? There is also one more thing that you can see, add histogram for homework data. That is also one interesting view to check here, which will have a visualization for you to check. Save the app. Let's go back here and see within the options. Now if I choose this, here you can see histogram for homework. So count will be there. I can modify this, obviously. Can have it in the form of visualization as charts. Now here it says count, right? You can also add a column where you can see the due date, right? And you can also add assignment. You can add chart color as, let's say, right? So if I want to have charts like this, I can add accordingly. You can also have one more color if you want. Take two contrasts, so it should work, right? Then trend line, if you want to linear also, you can add. Save this. Let's see what appears here. So we have like count here with the chart that you can view by clicking on the page, and you have your histogram. So more items that you add here should appear in one of the views, how much completion we have done. You can extend this further, adding the new table 2, add something here before making use of it here. So within that you can use add a view and then choose what to add. You can also take a look at settings for variety of options, right? Then there is data, where you can see currently homework and view is what we have. Then you have legacy view, you can experiment with that as well. As you can see, this is one of the things that you can check out. Hopefully you get the idea how to make use of assignment tracker there.